Hello, Cancer, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're getting through the holidays as we approach the new year here, getting there to where, I know for me, January just feels like, oh, did we get through that? We did, and we are getting through it. So let me be the first to say to you, Happy New Year, because this reading will be for the 28th through January 3rd. And there we are with the new year in there. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter this week, Cancer. So, as always, please take what resonates today and leave what doesn't for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is to hold your vision. And just a reminder, the moon energies that we will have for this week, we've got the first quarter moon that comes in on December 28th. And first quarters are a time when we might feel impulsive, impatient, where you might be a little bit active. So keep that in mind. We also then move into the waxing gibbous energy for the rest of the week, which is a good time for a deeper understanding, a time to act on our intuition, but also a really good time for planning, preparation. So, a lot of we're here at the new year, and that could be planning those New Year's resolutions. What things might you want to change in the upcoming year and things that you might want to adopt. So, keep all of those moon energies in mind as we move through this week. All right, let's see for Cancer, December 28th through January 3rd. Hold your vision, your present energy is the Ace of Swords. So maybe you have just had an aha moment or some sort of mental breakthrough, some sort of idea, and you want to hold on to this vision. It might be, make sure that it's not fleeting. So make sure that you're making reminders, about that idea that you're having so that it doesn't get lost in the hubbub of the holiday. I know I'm a really big note maker. I do documents. I'm constantly typing lists and notes and things and remember this. And sometimes I do forget them, but I'll come back a few weeks later and be like, oh, that's right. I did have that great idea. So if you need to document it somehow, if you're not a journaler or just in whatever that just so that you remember to do it, you want to hold on to that vision, whatever this great idea that you've had this breakthrough is. Your current situation is the Knight of Cups. So it's like you instantly love this. And I feel like you're going to take some action, and it's kind of, it's an emotionally open action. The Knight of Cups comes through with that cup wide open, ready to kind of take everything that comes in and really enjoy it and embrace it. What is at the root of your situation this week is that you are kind of thinking about maybe this past year here with this Nine of Wands. This is our wounded warrior, and kind of looking back on the things that maybe didn't go as well as you wanted them to this past year. And now is the time to make those changes so that those things go better for the coming year. So again, that's the moon energy, is that kind of, being a little bit introspective this week. So it perfectly goes along with the holiday. In your recent past here, we've got the Temperance card. So you're coming out of a really good balanced energy and feeling, the Temperance card is just feeling, kind of inspired. This is flowing. This is just being, very centered, aware of your consciousness, aware of where you are, in your life right now. And that's a really good balanced place to be. So, of course, maybe this idea came out of just feeling that balance. That's in a time when ideas do come to us. It's like, okay, everything's great. What's next? Right? On your mind this week is the Five of Cups. So you might be feeling a little bit of sadness, a little twinge of something. I know, that this card comes around during the holidays for all of us, that, we start to think about people that we've lost and things that we won't get to experience with them in the coming year. But just, it's okay to linger on that for a little bit. Try not to let it you just really be the focus of what you're doing. You've got an idea here to work on. So definitely acknowledge that sadness and acknowledge maybe what you're having to let go in the year that's past you. But take that time to realize that you do have some cups and support behind you, and call upon those people if you need to. What is just ahead of you this week is definitely some self-indulgence. It's New Year's. So we're all going to probably self-indulge a little bit, maybe imbibe a little bit. If you do, just be careful with that, of course. Just make sure you're making the proper steps so that January 1st feels great and not awful the next day, right? In your advice position here is the King of Swords. So, the advice is for you to apply logic to whatever it is, maybe this idea that's coming in, maybe apply logic to how you're looking back on your year, and apply logic to making those New Year's resolutions that may come about. What is beyond your control this week is the Eight of Wands. So things that are coming in quickly. And I feel like this might be with these ideas, this breakthrough that you've had. You're kind of looking back, and again, maybe these are ones of, here's the mistakes I made, here's things I don't want to do next year, but here come the ideas of like, how can I change this? And the way I think about this is, did you indulge enough in things that you're passionate about? If you didn't, it's time to start making those changes so that you do. Did you take care of things financially that you needed to? If you didn't, now's the time to maybe think about getting that sort of thing started. So, it's just about just making those improvements to make your life a little bit easier for the coming year. And that's really what we should all be doing every season that we get to make resolutions, right? Is resolve to, how do I want to improve this year? What is your secret desire, or what are you trying to avoid? Well, I hope it's your secret desire, because the 10 of Pentacles is about wealth and security in the long term. And again, like I was saying, it could be, something with finances, that this idea is come to you like, oh, if I invest this, then in this many years, this thing will happen. And, there's lots of different ways that you might be thinking of that, but you're thinking beyond yourself, and you're also, you're thinking about your family, the generations to come. And I want to mention also that sometimes that's not just about finances, but also about the things that you're passing on, the traditions that you're passing on, the morality that you're passing on, just just the ways of being. Those are also very important, and that those things be strong through the generations as well. In your outcome position, Cancer, is the Lover's card. I love that. So maybe there's a nice little date night ahead. Maybe it's a quiet night on New Year's for you and your partner, or at least together. And it's that, that's really nice. I know my husband travels a lot for work, and a lot of times he's not home on New Year's, and I miss it if he's not here just to give a kiss to on New Year's night. So I'm glad that it looks like you are going to get to spend that time with your loved one. And that's really nice. Make a date night out of it if you need to. So what is hidden from you this week, Cancer, is rest and meditation. That has really come up in everyone else's reading so far. And it looks like it's hidden from you. And it might just be a reminder to make sure that you do relax and rest up a little bit this week. Of course, I know the busy holiday season, it seems like it's hard to just get an extra, to get that extra rest in, but make sure that you can find some time to just, rest and and be quiet for a little bit. So that can be just as important as having fun and hanging out with your friends and family. All right, I know these cards will want to cooperate. Let's get you a final word here from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message for Cancer. And just to let you know, I know these readings are quick that I'm doing through the holidays. The readings for last week were quick as well, just because I know you're busy. I'm busy as well. So once we're past the new year, I will get back into some slower, drawn out readings with probably better descriptors. I know I'm kind of rushing through things, but it's just that time of year. So, all right, final message for you, Cancer. Face your shadow. All right, so this could be, anything in here, and it could be up here with this Five of Cups there. There could be something that you're just a little disappointed in yourself about, and you need to face that. We all have those dark things that we need to pull out and just shine a light on and work on and alchemize. So keep that in mind. Also, if there's some part of your shadow self that you do need to face. Okay, let's get a final word here from the self-care wisdom cards and see what Cancer needs to do in the way of self-care this week. Self-care for Cancer. And the card that you get, energy. Stop trying to please everyone. Everyone is a whole lot of people. Protect your energy. And I know a lot of Cancers that do tend to be people pleasers. So if that's you, sometimes you just get to be a little bit selfish, and that's okay. Go ahead and do it. And if that means being selfish with you and your partner and just maybe keeping to yourself over the holiday, that's fine too. That's something we like to do sometimes too, is just keep that quiet night going on with New Year's. So Cancer, I wish you the happiest of New Year's. I do hope you have a great time, whatever it is that you choose to do. If you're doing it solo or staying in with your partner, or, having a quiet night curled up on the couch with a book, or if you go out with friends and family, whatever it is that you do, please have a safe and very happy new year. And I will see you next week. Bye bye.